What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cisco and Mike podcast. We're going to continue our, what is it, Mike? Oktoberfest, Halloween Spectacular.
I don't know, like a spectacular or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, October Spectacular season.
There you go.
Yeah, and we got a guest joining us today. We got Martin from IE Spooks.
What's up? What's up, G?
What are you, like a paranormal investigator, ghost hunter?
Yeah, paranormal investigator, paranormal. Just trying to talk to them, yeah.
All right, so obviously there's different things, right? Like there's people that kind of get offended when they say it's like a ghost hunter or paranormal investigator. I guess that's the proper term, right?
Yeah.
Because we've had on some people before and they kind of wanted to be labeled as paranormal investigators opposed to ghost hunters.
Yeah.
Is that something with you as well?
Paranormal investigator just sounds a little bit more professional, right? So, maybe. I never thought about it that way.
Okay, so question, because like he said, there's many different like titles that people use, right?
Yeah.
Are you a believer in ghosts? First of all,
50-50.
Okay, so is that why you do this? Because you're trying to debunk them, or you're trying to make sure they're real?
Debunk. My side of it is to debunk them. That's the whole point of this IE Spooks is to go in there, try to figure out if it's really haunted or not. And figure out if we can, if it is haunted, try to figure out why they're still there and go from there. But yeah, definitely to debunk them if possible.
I want to get into a little bit more about that, but there's an interesting point because you said 50-50, so that means you do believe in something, right?
Right.
What is that belief? Do you feel like it's just energy, spirits? What do you think it is then?
So I believe there's energy there. I believe that, they can. There's just something there, but I don't believe, how you see in the movies, like with exorcisms and stuff like that. I don't believe they can throw stuff. I don't believe that stuff can just fall off the table or whatever, or you can be dragged down the hallway. So I think that's mainly the reason why I do what I'm doing right now.
Because that's pretty interesting. Because I've known different people that kind of do investigating or ghost hunting, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had him, Mr. Cabri, in high school.
I had him, but I didn't know he was a paranormal investigator.
He was on Halloween every year. He would bring out, he would show us his work when he was younger, obviously, right? He would show us all his videos, his photos and things like that because his experience was a little different. It was something kind of what you said, like they don't move things, but for him, they did. Mm-hmm. That's when his interest started. His parents passed away and he moved with his aunt to like the East Coast somewhere. I forgot where it was, to be honest.
Okay.
But his first dinner with his family now, he was sitting down and then he reached for the milk and the thing moved.
Yeah.
And then he went, what the hell? And he's like, I'm tripping. He went again and it moved again. And the next thing you know, like the milk, they spilled it on him.
Okay.
And then everybody was laughing at him. He's like, what the hell's going on? Are you guys playing a trick on me? And he's like, no, our house is haunted, but it's nothing bad.
Okay.
It's just the owner of the house that used to be here. So he makes appearances, but he wasn't like doing anything bad or anything. It was just, he was moving things. And I've heard other places. I don't know if it's ever happened to you when you leave something. Like it's happened to me before in my kitchen too, when you leave like the cabinets and out of nowhere you see a couple of them open.
Oh, I've seen it happen plenty of times. I mean, I think I've said it before that we have basically heard dropping like ollas and freaking cucharas and all that. And then you go to the kitchen and they're like fucking dropped and you're like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say this, bro. We have to do it. We should have done an investigation at your old house. Because your old house was freaking scary as hell.
I mean, remember that one time you passed by in the middle of the night and you said that the swings were swinging?
Yeah. So that is a pretty cool story. So we were out, I was passing by his house because he lived like 3 houses down from me.
Okay.
So it was the middle of summer. I know that. So it was hot. There was no wind, no nothing. And you just see the two swings like swinging like opposite.
Yeah, that
back
house,
and forth.
I mean, if you really wanted to see some shit or hear some shit, that's the house that you should have. Yeah.
Man, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
But I want to get back to what you're doing. Like, what piqued your interest? What started it?
So, I mean, growing up as a kid, I'm pretty sure you guys grew up with, ghost hunters and ghost adventures and stuff like that, right? So, just growing up as a kid and my mom watching it, we'd watch it together and she'd like, the question was always, what would you do in that situation? Walking into that room. Would you walk into that room?
Hell nah, bro.
I think I would.
Nah, bro. Some of those shows, I'm like, fuck that. Like some of the shit that they do, I'm like, bro, at the first sign, I would have been out. I would have been running. I would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. So just those type of questions. And so I just got to just thinking like, man, like would I walk into the room? And then if I was in the room and something happened, how would I react? Like how would I respond to that type of stuff? And I don't know, just sometimes with just the spot of the cameras sometimes and it's just like, and then you can't see what's going on in the background and they turn all dramatic and it's just like maybe.
It's kind of like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah,
They're just running around and you never see anything, but it just makes it scary because it's like...
Because it's the hype up.
Yeah, the hype. You're stuck in the middle of the woods. You see yourself in there. Like, fuck, I'm stuck in the woods. What was that? At home and shit, I'm alone sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So, you know, like you're tripping out. So it makes sense. So you're saying that your mom was really into that or...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was really into that. She was really into just creepy movies that she watched. I don't know if the movies haunted or scary, but I don't know if you ever heard of the Skeleton Key.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So she was a big with or Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she was really into those types of movies. So just growing up in that type of household is just like, all right, I'm curious, but not to the like I said earlier. Just I don't believe. I've never seen it with my own eyes, you know, getting pulled or dragged down the hallway or stuff actually being thrown.
What about like actually experiencing something that's paranormal? Have you experienced anything?
Man, no, not really. It's crazy you asked that because we just filmed our season finale, and so during that time we're doing interviews around the city because the whole block is supposed to be haunted. So we basically almost had it shut down basically. So but we had a couple of interviews with business owners and this guy showed us a video of stuff actually being like cups and stuff like that. And it was like to actually see that happen. I'm like, okay. And then I had questions for the guy, but I was like, so you were alone? And he's like, yeah. And in my head, it's like maybe there's a string he's pulling or something like that, and the cameras didn't catch it. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. But I was just like, okay. And then I have my other buddy. He's 100% a believer. He's just like, no, that's real. That's real. And so it's pretty cool. It's an even balance with that.
Are you ever scared that you might debunk your own self? Like you turn out to, holy shit, this is real.
Yeah. I think I'd be excited if that did happen or when that does happen. Because the whole goal for this show is to have that happen, and then how are we gonna respond on camera? Like what our reaction? I want to see that.
You guys are gonna run like the Blair Witch.
Exactly. Let's get the heck out of here. No, but no, yeah. So, man, if that happens, I'll be excited. You know, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a.
I think for me, like I think I'm a believer, and I don't think it's like I don't even know what to believe. To be honest with you, I want to say I don't believe in ghosts and things like that, but I've seen too many things that it's like it's fucking. I just can't explain it. And it's just weird to me, you know, like, what am I saying? Like, I could say, yeah, they're ghosts, or yeah, they're spirits, or yeah, they're evil spirits. You know, I don't know what it is. I do believe that there's an energy. And part of the reason I believe that is because I've seen my grandma's spirit, but she's alive. But she stayed at our house, and I'll tell you guys the story, right? So my grandma's very religious from Mexico. Okay. Right now, she's 94 years old, man. She still lives on her own. It's crazy. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty scary whenever it happens, because I know, like, you know, she cares about me a lot. So she would always stay at our house when I was a teenager. She would come from Mexico, visit. Okay. She would always pray by the front door. Okay. So my bed has direct access to, like, the view. I can see the front door. Okay. And I could always see her every night praying. So then a couple of weeks passed after she left back to Mexico, and I forgot to mention, so I had bunk beds, and I slept on top, my sister slept on the bottom, and we just see my grandma's shadow come over, kneel down, start praying for like an hour. It's just there. You see the silhouette, you see the shadow clear, and then I'm tripping out. I'm like, nah, I'm tripping.
But your grandma wasn't here.
My grandma was already back in Mexico. Okay. So then I tell my sister, hey, do you see that? And she's like, yeah, it's my grandma. So when she said that, I was like, okay, I'm not tripping. Like, it's my grandma. I see my grandma. She said my grandma.
She confirmed it.
She confirmed it. She said, yeah, it's my grandma by saying that.
She wasn't scared?
Well, it was my grandma. So we were like, we're not. So it was like, she didn't pass away. Well, we were hoping she hadn't passed away, you know?
Yeah, but then that shit was still tripping.
Yeah. No, but it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't looking. It was just praying. And then you just see it get up, walk to the kitchen, and that was it. It just disappeared. So that's what I'm saying. That obviously was not a ghost. It was, I believe that it was her energy because she put so much energy every night into praying that her energy stayed there. So it was just I don't know, like I want to say it absorbed it there, or it just her presence and her concentration in praying just released energy, and it was just there, and it was just repeating until the energy passed or left, or I don't know. So
that's crazy. I've heard stories like that where they're alive still, and like this, like they leave the whatever location it is, but like stuff like that, how you just mentioned, happens, and it is kind of like weird how that happens.
Do you guys use like infrared stuff?
Yeah, so we have a few stuff that we use. We have these EMF readers. We have stuff that read energy, and we have this Ovulus that also spits out words. We have a few stuff that we use during our investigations.
The reason I ask is because I had seen a documentary actually when they talk about, it was about religion.
Okay.
And it talks about how they put an infrared camera in a church. And they just filmed people that would come in like during the week, not like on Sundays, during the week when they would come in. You know how people go in during the week and they do like that solo prayer for healing or for helping or whatever it may be. And they would put the infrared camera, and every person that came in, they would watch them. And then on some people, you would see when they're like really focused after a couple minutes of prayer, their body temperature would start rising. And you just see like heat coming out of them. Oh, okay. So that's what I was asking him, because it's pretty interesting. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like the energy that you're just exerting or what, because that would be pretty interesting to do as well.
That would be
going to a church and just setting something up and see how it does and kind of translate it to your ghost hunting. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think what you're saying, why a church, is it because of the religious aspect? Because wouldn't that be the same in anywhere else?
100%. But I feel like we're just, when people go to church, you're going for the intention to really give yourself.
That's what I'm saying, for the religious aspect.
Yeah, from the religious aspect. I mean, I'm pretty sure it could work with someone that's like, meditating at home or just they can exert the same amount of energy. I just feel like it's just harder to capture because there's so many distractions.
And do you think maybe that's because the negative energy inside them is cold? And then when they pray and they start to release that,
not necessarily,
it becomes hot? Because obviously infrared means you're alive.
Well, yeah, but their body temperature is already, it's not cold. It's normal body temperature. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but the whole purpose of infrared is to capture
heat rise.
Hot spots and cold spots. Cold spots would mean there's ghosts, right? And technically, if you take it to a house and you're like, oh shit, there's a cold spot, something's wrong there, because cold necessarily represents death.
Yeah.
Right? Even in the medical field.
Right.
If you're doing some shit and the body's cold, it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
And if the body is alive, then it's going to be hot. So I don't know, just saying maybe spiritually, that when you're in a negative mindset,
maybe
you're cold, and then you start to heal, or...
I don't know. Maybe that's a good question. And like I said, I don't know what to believe, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was one experience, and I've experienced other things. I've experienced like things that I don't want to remember, shit like that. But it's like, like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's ghost. I don't know what it is, but I do believe in something paranormal. I don't even know I want to say paranormal, but yeah, I don't know what to believe, man.
Do you believe in paranormal?
Oh, of course, 100%.
Bro, his house was fucking the Conjuring house and shit.
I mean, just on all my experiences, bro, I could sit here and tell you a lot of shit that I've seen. One of the things that was coming to mind when you guys were talking about sound and all that, and I'm sure this has happened to you guys, and maybe you guys have your own interpretation of it, but I remember clearly a couple of times when I would hear my mom calling me, like Miguel, and there was like a lingering, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Mamá, ¿me hablaste? Oh, estaba acá adentro. And it actually happened to me the other day, because this past week I was by myself at the house, and I didn't have the kids at the end of the night. I mean, I had them for a little bit, but then I'd take them to their moms. And then I was alone. And I was literally doing a live session where I was, doing my thing, right? Selling my cards.
Yeah.
And out of the fucking blue, I heard, I shit you not, it has never happened in my house because where I live at right now, knock on wood, if this is real wood.
That's fake wood.
I haven't been haunted or nothing. Okay? So I'm thankful for that. But a couple of days ago, I kind of heard almost as if somebody was calling me from the living room. Really? I was by myself. And I was like, all right, fuck it. This is your house. You're not. I start telling things to myself, right? I'm like, you're not out of my house. You need to leave. I don't know why you're here, but you need to get the fuck out. And so it tripped me out because it took me back to when I was younger. Yeah. Like I said, I used to hear my mom or just like a calling. Uh-huh. So that's just one instance of many that make me a believer. You know what I mean?
You just didn't forget? Maybe you had a girl at the house, maybe?
Nah, I would have known.
You're like,
shit was
she's
trippy,
here
bro.
still. Oh, okay.
That shit was trippy.
Dang, that is crazy.
It's crazy. You know what other trips me out?
What's that?
Cats.
Black cats?
No, just have you ever heard them cry in the middle of the night?
Yeah, they sound like kids.
They sound like kids, and they sound like they're talking.
So you know that cats were like a big thing back in the Egyptian days, right?
Yeah.
They were like the ones that would help them pass over to the afterlife and things like that. Uh-huh. They were the protectors, I think, or something. Not sure.
I think they were, of the afterlife. Yeah,
something like that, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I think? Just from hearing this and telling our stories, I feel like you really want to experience something.
I do.
I feel like you really want that experience because obviously you're continuing to do this for a reason. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like you want to see something, you want to experience it.
Yeah, we've been doing this for about a year now, or almost a year now, and we've had a couple experiences where it's been creepy. We just I want to say maybe 4 months ago, investigated Suicide Bridge in Pasadena.
Okay, that's one of the most haunted places.
Yeah, Colorado Bridge, and we went there. We went to the bridge. We went down to that little trail place down below, and that place is haunted. I 100% believe it's haunted. There was just some stuff that was going on that we just couldn't explain, and like our equipment acting up. We were just drained after filming that episode, and it was just like, man, like we had our camera guy had like 3 scratches on his neck. Cause we're coming up, and he's like, "Man, my neck is burning," and so we kind of just peeled his shirt back, and he had like 3 scratches right here on his neck, and we're just looking at each other like, "What the heck just happened?" And so we went there a couple times, and each time it was like, yeah, this place.
What were some of the things you guys experienced?
So we were on a little bridge down below the trail, and we had like man, we don't know how to explain it, but we're walking the trail, and this guy jumped up from the there was a gate, but in order to get to this gate or this fence, there's like a 6, maybe 10-foot wall that you have to climb, but it's impossible to climb because it's just straight. Mm-hmm. And then you got a fence, and we were filming, and he jumped all of that together. It's on the episode, and we're like, the team was just like, wait, what? Because we heard fence and rattling, and then the camera just turns, and the guy legit just jumped over, and we're like, how? And we're just thinking maybe Skinwalker, stuff like that. We're just thinking all types of stuff.
That's a crackhead fool. He was fucking high on some shit.
But it was a person though, right?
It was a person. It was like a homeless guy just chilling around. But we just couldn't explain how. Like I said, there's a 10-foot wall and then a fence. You have to jump over all that. It's like
that's an easy explanation, bro. Crack is a hell of a drug.
He's like Superman. Poof. No, but no. So we had that. We had on camera. There's just like whispers of the guy that I filmed with my partner. His name being called on camera. The mics.
This is in Pasadena.
In Suicide Bridge. So we're walking on the bridge, and you hear his name Chris on the mics. The mics caught it, and we're during the editing process. We're like, we caught it. We're like, no way. So we kept, and he's like, "Fool, you didn't say my name." I was like, "No, I didn't say your name." And he's like, "All right." And then yeah, like just stuff like that. It's just an eerie feeling down there when you. And then we caught a colt.
Colt?
Down, yeah, colt down there.
In Pasadena?
Yeah, I think that was like the second time we went out there. We're walking up, and all of them in just black hoodies, just worshiping something.
That's
Oh
crazy.
shit!
Yeah,
I'd be terrified of that
You
shit.
hear that sound?
Yeah, that's Stacy.
Oh, okay.
This is already tripping.
I was tripping out.
But I am getting goosebumps though. No lie, I am getting a little bit of the chills.
You know, it's crazy because when I was a teenager, I met some homies from La Puente
okay.
working at Winter Schnitzel.
Haunted weenies.
Nah, these fools were like in a little party crew.
Okay.
And I started kicking it with them, and we would go drink after work. So we would sometimes be the ones that close the store down. And I was like, "Hey, fuck it, what do you guys want to do? Fuck it, let's go." And one of the popular places was Turnbull Canyon. I don't know if you ever heard of Turnbull.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we just finished going there.
Oh yeah,
That's a hard ass hike too, by the way.
No, we didn't drive up there.
Oh, okay.
We're not fucking hiking at 1 a.m, dog. We would go up there and drink with the homies and the homegirls.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody would go over there because of the stories. Like it's haunted. And apparently there was a same thing, a cult. They used to go up there, and it was like, I don't know if it was devil worshippers or fucking KKK, but they would go up in the middle, and there was supposedly a mansion. I don't know if this is true or not, or a...
Oh, yeah.
The water tower, no?
No, it was a mansion, and then there was an insane, like a place where the crazies.
I think that was in Pasadena.
No.
Because Pasadena has the
Turnbull.
same story.
Yeah.
That's Zelda's. They call it Zelda's Castle, no, or something like that.
I don't know. In Pasadena, it used to be like
Pasadena,
on
yes.
lake.
Okay.
Yeah, up the hill.
Yeah.
Had the same thing.
So you did Turnbull?
I've heard we couldn't get into it. We tried to figure out a way to get into it, and it's like, man, I'm not trying to get arrested while doing this.
Yeah.
But we have to go back and figure it out, and yeah, hopefully we do film that place.
I think that's the craziest part, bro. Because I'm sure you do abandoned places too, right? So as I do photography.
Okay.
I haven't been active as much as before, but before I used to love going and shoot bandos. That's what we call them, bandos, abandoned places. And a lot of those places, people were said that they were haunted, you know, because they're abandoned. And I think the craziest thing is not, I would be spooked out. I wouldn't go by myself. Okay. I think I only went once by myself, like an idiot. And there was this place in downtown LA called the Doghouse. Okay. And it was a burned out part of like a corner building. It used to be, I guess, they called it the Dollhouse because it was like a wig shop, and had a bunch of like heads, the doll heads, and like an idiot, everybody would take pictures of that place, and I was like, holy shit! Like, there's something just about abandoned places, bro, and the aesthetic.
Yeah.
When you take a picture and you edit a certain style, it's like, whoa, it's fucking beautiful.
Makes it very eerie and very nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to capture pictures like that. So I started sneaking into abandoned places with people. But this time I remember I saw the opening and I went in there. And it's crazy because you could tell they're squatters, right?
Yeah.
Homeless people. And
you guys have nicknames for everything, huh?
pretty much.
Bandos, squatters.
That's what it calls.
If you live close to San Bernardino,
Oh, bro. In San Bernardino, some crazy shit. There's a lot of abandoned places over there.
I know.
But the craziest thing was running into people. Because... yeah, like I'm a scary cat, right? I said it. I get scared easily off of ghosts. Yeah. But fuck, when you encounter somebody, like, especially like crackheads and shit. Worse, fool. Yeah, because these motherfuckers will come at you.
The living will fucking kill you.
Yeah, they'll come at you. They're territorial.
What is the saying? Don't worry about the dead. Worry about the people that are alive.
Yeah.
That's my fear. Since we've been outside filming, we filmed a couple places, buildings, but when we're outside doing this, that's my number one fear, is running into more of a human than a spirit or a ghost. And with that's my, like, in my head, it's like, man, I don't want something like that to happen where like a homeless or someone on crack just coming up on us and just,
Yeah, because you never know.
yeah. But at the same time, we have cameras on, and I feel like they won't bug us because there's cameras all around us and
I don't give a fuck,
lights.
If they're on a good one, yeah, they're not
bro. They
gonna
don't give a fuck. They're gonna try to jack your ass too. I'm like, oh, you got a camera, homie? Shit.
Like, we IE Spooks.
So, you brought up, because I've been diving into this too, and I've heard a lot of people lately, they've been talking about like skinwalkers and things like that.
Yeah.
So you brought it up. You say you don't really believe, you're like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in the other paranormal things that are out there? Skinwalkers, aliens, things like that? Like,
Are aliens paranormal though?
fuck yeah, that's paranormal.
Unexplained?
Yeah.
I don't think it's paranormal. I think it's more scientific. Like, in a scientific standpoint, to believe that we're the only people.
What's the
in
definition?
universe?
What's the definition of paranormal?
Okay, paranormal is something that is unexplained. Well, okay, let me take that back because then you're gonna say aliens are unexplained, but they could be explained.
What kind?
An alien, bro, because
Technically, it can because we don't have any scientific proof.
we don't because we don't like fucking study that, or we don't have access to that shit. But let's be real as human beings. Do we really believe we're the only ones in this whole fucking universe?
No, of course not. It's mathematically impossible.
Exactly.
And it's
So
just
knowing
egotistical
that-
of us to feel like we're that special and shit.
So knowing that, why would an alien be paranormal? It's just we haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, but it's
Therefore, it's not paranormal. To me.
technically that means anything can be paranormal.
That's not
technically,
paranormal. To me, paranormal is like you died and then you come back to fucking life. It's like, bro, you died, homie.
I don't know. I feel. But anyways, back to the question.
I just want to clarify that shit because, hey, paranormal is paranormal.
I feel it is paranormal because it's like Bigfoot's paranormal too.
Yeah.
Loch Ness is paranormal too.
Yeah, but that's not an alien fool. That's a fucking.
I feel like if you can't catch it and you can't see it with your two eyes, I feel like that's just paranormal just because it just you just can't be caught on camera.
Yeah.
Or you can't see it. It's not normal. Like if you go on a trail right now and you see an alien, you're gonna freak out.
Of course.
So I feel like anything that kind of you're like, what the heck? Like I feel like that's paranormal. Just you can't explain what you just seen.
Yeah.
But for skinwalkers and aliens and stuff like that, I do believe in that. I believe you can transform into, or these things can transform into stuff, and aliens, I believe they're in the ocean, not up in the sky like how people say. I think there's other creatures like that.
What makes you feel that?
I don't know. It's just, watching TV and stuff like that, right? But
Skinwalker Ranch.
Watching the documentary.
I actually just seen that a couple weeks ago on
on Netflix, no?
on Hulu, I think it is. Yeah, with the Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah, and how they were just investigating. That's one place I would love to do, but I think it's never gonna happen because how locked down it is. I just believe that there's just weird stuff out there. I don't know how to explain it, but I believe there's something there.
Yeah, because we grew up in it. I mean, you're Mexican, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up with the stories La Llorona,
Yeah.
El chupacabra for a while. That fool just died out, right? I guess, I don't know. He just took a vacation and shit.
That's not Bigfoot?
No, they look completely different. Remember the shirt and shit with the guy?
Did you ever own a shirt?
Nah, fool.
I did, fool.
Remember the ones in the
5
Swami?
for 10, fool. 5 for 10, dog.
Hey, the Swami with the chupacabra and Bart Simpson and shit?
Yeah.
But, we've grown up with it. So I feel like a lot of times it's just because we've been in it so long that it's normal that we kind of are forced to believe it. It's very similar to religion. We all grow Catholic, so we just continue the trend. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like I said, there's things out there that I don't know. Skinwalkers to me is a little too far out there. But then again, I mean, so are witches, but we see brujeria all the time and people believe in it. I mean, I wear things for energy and vibes. So I don't even know what the hell, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just ingrained in us so much that it's very difficult to know what's real, what's not. I don't know. Like, is there a Bigfoot? How maybe? I don't know. once again, are we that ignorant that we're like the only species to evolve? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What about you, Mike? What do you?
Like I said, I think there's a lot of categories for everything that you mentioned. I think like Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot. I think if we look back at like civilization and shit, you're gonna find creatures that you've never seen, fool, that we're not gonna fucking see. That are either unique to a certain area, and as we have more technology and shit, and you explore more, because we haven't really explored everything.
No,
like if you think about it, Russia is one of the biggest countries, right?
Russia, Australia are very like a lot of their land is not habitable.
Exactly. To go and explore those places, you're gonna find some shit you never seen that's existed even before us.
I mean, to his point, the oceans, they've only been explored like what, like
exactly
5-10% or something like that?
Like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine, fool, like Loch Ness Monster. Could there be a monster, a freaking creature in the middle of the ocean, deep down in the ocean, that we're probably not even gonna see in our lifetime? Does that mean it's paranormal? No, it's just we haven't explored it, fool. You know what I'm saying? So to go with it is like, yes, to me, certain things are paranormal, and to me, other things are scientific. There's a scientific part.
I mean, that's scientific, but for example, let's go to the fact about like Llorona.
La Llorona, yeah.
Like witches.
I believe in that shit. I mean, La Llorona, think about it. La Llorona started with La Malinche. You know, that's a story. That's a folklore story handed down to scare kids. I don't know if you know that.
No.
So La Malinche, right? La Malinche is the Aztec girl that betrayed the Aztecs and married supposedly Hernan Cortés. Hernan Cortés and her had kids, mixed kids. And what happened was Hernan Cortés said, fuck that. I'm taking them back to Spain so they could grow up the Spaniard way, and took them away from her. And that's where the story of La Llorona came through.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
So, and then if you look, every religion has, every part of Mexico or region of Mexico has passed on their own interpretation of it. It's all folklore. So it comes from somewhere. ¿Me entiendes? So, but do I believe that Llorona fucking comes and gets kids? Does it scare me? Yeah. Do I believe it? Yes and no. Because I used to ask, can the fucking Llorona cross the border? Does she have papers? You know what I'm saying? It's a legitimate question, bro. I used to be like,
she has to go through customs and shit.
Hey, this bitch can kidnap me across fucking country.
You see her on Volaris? On the flight and shit chilling.
But it's a legitimate question I had as a kid. For I was like, my mom used to tell me the story of La Llorona, right? And I know she was scaring me. She's like, I had Mexico, La Llorona, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, Además, estamos en Estados Unidos. Like, you can't just fucking cross the border, homie.
I am not even going to ask this guy what he thinks an illegal alien is.
He's like, no, not my Theo, fool. Come on.
So, to answer your question, yes, bro, I believe in a lot of that shit. Like I said, I've seen so much shit, bro. Like, I could fucking do 10 episodes about all the shit I've seen. You know? Shit that's going to spook you. Shit that's going to be like, ay, wait, no mames. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm glad that, like, where I live, I've been good. I could say, like, okay. Because there's always energy everywhere. There's always remnants of something. When I first moved into my house, there was little hands on the cement from the family that was there. So you never know if that energy stays there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know that people. I don't know what happened. So I'm just glad and thankful that I haven't been spooked like that.
Speaking of families and things like that, what does your family think of what you do? Your friends?
Oh man, you know, I have friends that support. Some friends that support. Some friends that you know, they're like, just stay away just a little bit. But I have my family is very religious, and they think they're 100% supportive, right? But they're like, mijo, like you have to be careful, you know. Yeah. You know, pray, do what you got to do. But you know, yeah, they're all involved in church and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, we'll just, you know, we'll pray for you and all that stuff. Just be careful. Just don't bring nothing back, you know. And I know before we started doing this, I was like, the team's telling me that something might be attached to me, but No, yeah, but they're in the middle. I have friends that are for me and support everything I'm doing, and and they're like, "Hey, keep doing it, And I have family that they're like, you
It's funny. I just thought about it right now, and I think I've thought about it in the past, but just hearing you say right now that they're religious and they're praying for you and things like that, should religion be seen as something that's kind of in a way paranormal too? I mean, our biggest belief
I'm gonna have to cut you right there. I don't know why I'm feeling uneasy right now.
Well, it's just because you've been talking about your seat, the chair.
Nah, fool, I'm not
before.
gonna lie to you. I need to get up and chill. That's never happened.
really.
Yeah. I feel heavy. Like I feel like, and I'm not.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have ate that burrito this morning. Fool.
No, I haven't ate no fucking burrito. Well, I'm being honest. I'm feeling uneasy right now.
Huh?
Like I feel desesperado.
All right, let's take a. You say he does have something attached. We'll take a little.
I'm not gonna lie.
We'll keep the cameras rolling just in case anything. But
No, you guys are good. I'm just telling you. Like, hold up. I'm trying to chill.
Yeah, do your thing.
I haven't fucking felt like this. And right now when we're talking about this shit,
Let's turn on the equipment. Yeah, we should have it
I feel
on.
uneasy, fool. I feel like something was fucking grabbing me, fool. Like I'm not trying to like this ain't no joke. Like this ain't no for clickbait and shit.
I mean, I did get chills earlier when I told you. Remember that?
I feel like what the fuck, and you know how Jim was saying, like you could feel the energy.
Yeah.
Like I picked it up. So
Really?
it tripped me out. I don't want to stop rolling. Keep rolling. I just wanted to explain it. Like I felt okay.
So we see you moving around. Just ignore you.
Just ignore me.
Did
Unless I'm fucking spazzing out, fool. If I'm fucking spazzing out, fool, then
did you drink anything like energy drinks or nothing like that?
coffee,
But
this never happened.
No.
And when you were talking about it, whatever you were talking about the ghost and the shit, I shit you not. I fucking
The ghost in the shit. He doesn't even know what you're talking about. It's like, I don't even remember what you're talking about.
I just zoned out. And I was just like, by the way, ya me estoy calmando.
Wow.
Should we have the little whisper thing?
Fucking turn it on. I mean, I don't know. Turn it on. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. This has never happened.
So this is I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's called a REM pod. So what this does is if there is something around us or energy that gets close to this, so I would just go like this. And if anything touches this metal part or energy, it'll go off.
Gotcha.
We just, like I mentioned earlier, we just filmed the season finale. But before the season finale, this has never gone off. We've had this for about 4 months.
It's never gone off.
And it's never gone off until the season finale that we filmed at. So I 100% trust this. I want to put this maybe on that table right here.
Let's do it.
Just to see if there's something.
Well, you're an easy mic. You could get it. I don't want to take
I don't feel it right now. Yeah,
so it's gonna go off. It'll have it'll just ring real quick. And then when you touch it, it'll also do that because
you're touching it.
You're touching it. So see, so it's on now. You say so.
So just set it.
You can set it on the table.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? You know what's crazy, fool?
What?
There you go.
I know you're not believing this shit right now.
I believe in things. Yeah.
You're not believing it. Because I see you. You're not believing it. You're not looking at me. You're not fucking believing it.
It's because I'm protected, dog. I don't care.
It felt like negative.
Yeah?
I felt I was getting angry.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was feeling anxious and angry. And I was like, what the fuck?
No.
And I was looking at him like, hey, wait. Like, I was like.
Now, do you think, let me ask you this. Now, let's dive into this part of it. Like, necessarily this place, I've
never have I felt it like that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been here and things have, like, I hear things and I get, like, really, like, right now I'm getting the chills again. I've been here, like, midnight, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, sometimes working or whatever. And, like, I've felt things, but I've never felt it like that. Like, I feel like the really bad fucking chills where it's like, oh, yeah, I need to get the fuck out of here, you know? But it's just because it's just very weird, but it's not nothing bad. Some of my employees have felt people touch them, but they've never said anything bad. They say it's not bad either. So the word is that there was an old man that lived here that used to own this building before we purchased it. So when we purchased it, the husband had died and he was owner of the building. So the wife ended up selling it. So we ended up taking it over. So a lot of times, like even my mom has seen a man and everybody says it's the man that used to own the building. But I don't think it's negative, and that's what I was going to get to. The fact that maybe, and this is what I was going to ask you, because one thing that we've all, like everybody says, is that you were talking about your house, so you never felt anything, right? For me, like I said, I feel like it's a lot of energy and vibes and negativity. I feel like if there's been things going on in your life, you're more susceptible to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe do you think it's something like that? Because we're talking about it and we're talking about the other side of it, if it's good or it's bad. And it's kind of maybe infuriating or making you anxious. And it's maybe, I don't know, maybe you do have something attached to you that's taking it personal.
I don't know, fool, because like I said, like for like that moment, I just wanted to get the fuck out. I felt like desesperado. Me sentí like, I just wanted to be like, raw, quítate la chingada. And I was doing this shit. I was like, he saw me and I kept looking at him like, I can't do this shit. I can't do it. And I know you guys noticed, but
I think you're trying to put the mic up, fool.
I was tripping out and it has never happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually I come in and it's chill. Usually I'm falling asleep, dog. I'm falling asleep, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you need me to pray on you?
No. I did my own thing inside right now.
So I don't even know if you were there that day. Were you there at Manny's house? That one day that Manny was possessed?
I heard about it. I was not there.
Bro, that was one of the craziest things.
I heard Manny not here or something like that.
One of the craziest things that I've experienced. And I rarely talk about it because every time I talk about it, I get like major fucking goosebumps. We went to my friend Manny's house, right? His parents had just passed away like maybe a week before. They were in a car accident. Right? I
don't remember. I know I was going through a lot of shit.
So his parents passed away and he was going through a lot, bro. So he wasn't taking it very well. Went over to his house just to try to chill.
Okay.
We got there and, you know, we took drinks we were stupid at that point. We were like, let's just drink to help this fool get the grief out, right?
Yeah.
But before we even started drinking, he was just like, hey, his girlfriend called. So he went to the room. He didn't even drink with us, nothing. He went to the room, started talking to her. We're over here drinking, just fucking around. And we're like, fuck, that fool's been gone. So his girlfriend calls one of our other friends and like, hey, Manny's acting weird. We're like, what do you mean Manny's acting weird? So we open the door. Look at him. I open the door and he's laying in his bed and he just, not laying, kind of sitting laying. And he just turns around slowly. And then looks away. We're like, this was fucking drunk. And then
he wasn't drinking?
No. This was fucking faded. And then that was like, dick, fool, I wasn't even drink shit. You know? So we're like, okay. Like, Manny. And then I guess his girlfriend was saying, like, yeah, when he was talking to him, she was like, Manny, are you okay? And she's like, and then he was saying, Manny's not here. So then we get closer. I'm getting chills. So we get closer, Manny. Like, we start getting closer. And she's like, Manny, what the fuck's wrong with you, dick? And he just looks at us, looks down on again. And then we're just, Manny, like, stop fucking around, fool. Like, this shit ain't funny. And his voice was different. Manny's not here right now. We're like, what the fuck? We get out of the fucking room. And then I had Gabriel and Yoni, so our homies are big. Okay. Like, they're big, right? 6 foot, like that, and they're fucking stocky. So we're like, they're like, fool, you pray on them or something. And I was like, all right, let's fuck it. But you guys are going to go on me. Something happens and shit. You big motherfuckers.
So you let them in the room and you came outside and you guys discussed what the plan of attack was.
Yeah.
And then you go back in.
So we went back in there and I started praying like, Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo. And he just starts laughing. Like his voice is different. Wow. And I get close to him. He grabs my hand, fool.
What'd you do at that point?
Oh, fuck. Trying to get away. And these fools had to help me like get away. And we just leave him in the room. He's just looking at us and looks away like that.
And what you do? Just bounce?
We bounce, fool. We bounce and
That's fucked up,
hey, fool, you're asking what you would do.
Yeah. Hey, that's the homie, dog.
Check it. You want to know the worst part, dog? What? Toby and Henry were fucked up.
You left them there.
We told them, hey, fool, let's bounce. Fool, you guys are stupid. Fool, let's bounce. Fool, fuck that. We're staying. Hey, that's not you guys. So next thing you know, the next morning, they told me that Manny was back to normal, all cool, whatever. He didn't remember shit that happened. Yeah, and then he's like, hey, fool, did I drink? And they were like, no, I don't know. Like, we got fucked up. You were in the room and we got fucked up and we don't know what happened. This was bounced. Right? But Henry told me that in the middle of the night, that Manny was just standing over him, looking at him.
Who told you, Toby?
Henry.
Henry?
That he was just standing over and then he'd be like, he would just fall asleep. He would wake up like in another 15 minutes and that fool was still just standing looking at him.
You know, that's crazy, fool, because, you know, obviously his parents passed away, right? And I've always thought about, like, what would happen if somebody close to me that I really, really care about passes. And I haven't thought about this lately, but in the past, I used to always be like, you know, I was always full of anger, right? I grew up fucking in a violent home. I had all this anger in me. So that caused me to like stir away from God, you know, because I wasn't a believer. Now, I'm not saying I believe 100% in God, but I'm also not a non-believer, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, I was definitely like, oh yeah, God is not real. Like, God wouldn't let why am I suffering? Why do people suffer? Why does he let people suffer if he loves them? And I would question everything, right? And I remember saying to myself, like, if something happened to anybody that I loved, it's almost like, I don't even want to say it now, but maybe at that point I thought it. It's like I would be like, oh, I would hate God, you know? Okay. And the reason I say this right now is because that shit opens up to bad energy. You know, if you're denouncing God, there's spirits and entities out there that are negative that could attach to you based off of that. I don't know what his mindset was. I'm just saying.
I don't really agree with you on that because, once again, it goes back to there's different beliefs in this world. Some people don't believe in a specific God or a God. And I don't feel like just because they don't believe in a God that things attach to them. I think it's more your mentality, your mindset at the moment, your vulnerability as far as your emotions. I think more of that than anything.
But let's agree that negative energy is going to attract negative
energy. 100%.
Positive energy is going to attract positive energy.
Jen told us that.
Yeah. Exactly. So if that's the scenario, it doesn't matter what you believe in. Yeah. If your mindset is negative or down, you're going to attract that shit. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just trying to justify his, because I don't want to think that he was possessed. You know what I'm saying? Because not going to lie, after I heard that story, I kind of was like, I'm not fucking going around Manny, dog. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest with you, after that, he kind of spiraled, bro.
Oh, I was going to ask you, like, whatever happened to him?
So the next day he was cool and everything, but he started drinking a lot. You know, he became a little bit of an alcoholic. And he was going through a lot of things. We would be in the car with him, and he just starts speeding, going like 120 on the freeway, just like recklessly. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just can't do this. I can't risk my life as much as we were trying to help him and we're trying to be there for him and talking to him. But after, you know, we found out that he was able to grieve. He was fine. He stopped drinking, and he's a great person now. You know, like I've talked to him a couple of times. So he's back, and he's a great person. So I think it was a moment of lapse, like, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was going to ask, because, you know, like I said, I love to debunk everything, even when it comes to, like, the mindset of people going into, because when the team and I, when we're going into places, sometimes I don't want to know the full story, just because I want to experience what's going on. And, like, if I'm feeling some type of way or stuff like that, then... Oh, and it matches up with the story, then cool. You know, we got something. But for your friend, you don't think it's just because his parents had passed away like a week before, you said, right? Yeah. You don't think maybe all that was just like he was just dealing with some stuff, and then a week later it's just like how you, what was his name again?
Manny.
How he's like, Manny's not here. You don't think maybe it could have been like, you know, my parents just passed away a week ago. I feel like I'm dead, you know, and
it could have been that, but like I said, the way he was acting, and I understand, you know, like maybe he felt dead inside too, or he just felt like an emptiness because his parents are gone. But for me, it was the voice that really did it. Okay. And Manny's a little dude. He was like 5'6", maybe. Okay. 5'5". He was like your height, maybe, right? Yeah. Like your height, but he was thin, super skinny. And the way that he was able to grip my hand like that, and two guys that are 6 foot. Are you okay, Mike? Yeah. Two guys that are 6 foot, having to help me pull away from him, and the laugh. It was just very eerie. It was just like kind of like you described Pasadena, right? Yeah. Suicide Bridge, where okay. It's like, man, he's tripping like this, but it was just very eerie the whole way, everything, the way it happened. Him saying Manny's not here, his head movements being so like slow and so, I don't know, like I said, it felt like if I'm watching a movie, like when I think about it now, you know, in the movie when like they just turn around all slow, it was literally that. Like maybe that's why they do it in the movies. Someone's experienced it that way, but I don't know. So I don't know, bro. I really can't answer it. I just know that shit was scary. Yeah. That shit was scary, and I guess I can say that I failed at my first exorcism. Because that shit didn't work.
I don't think you want to be part of that shit.
I think I have to do an exorcism on mic right now, bro. Because that whole thing just.
What tripped me out, fool? I'm telling you, like I don't even want to talk about it. I'll tell you what. You brought out something, right? You're gonna ask if something like that previously triggered. Mm-hmm. So if I could recall growing up, I got a burp.
You're burping up the demons.
So, okay, so I'm gonna blame my parents, fool, because
let's do it.
Growing up, I remember. It's not fucking funny, fool.
No. That shit was pretty funny. They remind me of the commercial. It reminded me of the. It was
Okay.
So growing up, my mom would get together with the tios, the tias, or the friends, and they always talk about historias del rancho. So the way I could describe it now, how I felt, is hearing them talk about the stories, and then that anticipation to every fucking detail that they were saying, like, oh no, pero era así, and then I was like, ay, güey. And then they would tell you, hey, ve agarrame una soda. I'm going. I'm not going to get that shit. Agarrame una soda, cabrón, te doy un chingazo. You know, it was like that fear, that anticipation. That's how I felt right now. I felt like I was getting anxiety. Like I felt like I was being held. Mm-hmm. I felt pressure. I felt like I was fucking, like I couldn't get on my seat. Like if I wanted to, they're like, no. And then I even felt like you guys weren't even listening to me.
But I felt like you were saying that you were angry.
I was getting angrier as I was trying to, like, I felt like none of you guys saw what the fuck was going on with me. And I felt like I was going, hey, fool, look at me. I'm fucking tripping. And you guys were just like looking at me like, yeah, whatever, fool.
That's the Aries in your dick wanting attention.
But yeah, fool, it was a trippy experience, right? So that shit was real, guys. I'm not lying. I don't fuck around because I don't fuck around possession shit.
Once again, bro, like I said, there's been things, and I have, it's weird because I think I blocked out a lot of these stories in my head, like the Manny thing. And then right now I just remember one time with one of my aunts and like with my sister one time when she was getting a limpia done and how she got angry, like they were praying on her and they were cleaning, doing the thing. She's like, get away from me. Like she was like mad, fool. Like, yeah, she was mad at people and like, just get away. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like she just got angry. And after she was like, I don't know why I just felt so angry. And I didn't even know what was going on. Like I couldn't control it. Like,
well, next time just start saying the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you for way.
For real. No, but I understand that heavy feeling that you feel. Remember I talked about it actually in the last podcast when I stayed at that hotel in Milwaukee.
I've heard of that hotel.
The Pfizer, last time I said it wrong, but it's like the PH something, right? It's not Pfizer. I said Pfizer last time, but it's the Fizner Hotel, right? I talked about it because Mookie Betts.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, Mookie Betts doesn't like staying there. And like I brought it up because I've stayed there. And one night I had like the worst like night of my life there. Like I didn't see it physically anything or any shadows, but I'm looking there.
Got a lot of chills off of.
Yeah, I know.
It's just fucking hot in here.
I put the AC fucking too high, I think. I'm like looking there and you just feel something there, but there's nothing. Okay. Like there's literally nothing there. I don't see a shadow on it, but I know that there's there. So my bed is facing this way and I'm there and I'm just waking up in the middle of the night and I just feel like anxious like kind of like Mike was. And I'm just there and I'm like, what the fuck? And then my bathroom light's just turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off. Bathroom's over there and there's like a little hallway, right? So just turn it on, turn it off. Like not continuously. Okay. It will turn off and then like turn on. And I'll be like, what the fuck? Did I leave the light on or something at first, right? And then I'm tripping. I'm just going back to sleep. And then I'm trying to go back to sleep and I just see it turn off.
It's you were in a Motel 6.
No, it's like one of like their for real. So then I'm like, maybe that shit has a timer. Yeah. Whatever. It turns on again. And then I just feel a presence there, like horrible. And I just felt heavy, like this heavy, nasty feeling. And I'm like, yeah, I just couldn't. That was, I didn't stay there. The next night I just checked out and I went to a different hotel.
Crazy.
Man.
Yeah. You believe in duendes?
What is that?
I was gonna say
Gnomes.
Is it gnomes?
Gnomes, elves.
Yeah.
Little people.
Is that something that in your culture was passed down or no?
Not really. I don't.
You're Mexican, right? You're Mexican descent, right?
Yeah.
Your mom never or your dad never said anything about duendes?
Nuh-uh. Yeah, no.
Like if you leave babies alone, that duende se lo lleva.
Oh, okay, I get you now.
You know what I'm
Yeah. A little bit maybe. But it wasn't talked about it that much, you know. And no, it was mostly like I said, just ghosts and shit like that. But
So what did you think about experiencing this firsthand, man? Have you seen something like that? Like,
nah, not possession.
hey, you're gonna walk out here a believer now.
Nah, fool. That shit. Hey, don't fuck around, fool. That shit for real. I really did feel some type of shit. But.
No, sometimes you know when we're going to these locations, like I said with the Pasadena one, you have this eerie feeling. There was Zelda's Tunnel, and I'm trying to think of what city it's in. I want to say
Katie, no?
I think so. Something like West Covina. It's West Covina.
Isn't that a park?
It's a no, it's not a park. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. It is a park.
Yeah.
But next to the park, there is a tunnel you can go through.
Like the sewage one, right? Kind of.
So, we went there and we went inside the tunnel, and man, that place is going in and that eerie feeling. But it was more just like how you're feeling with that heaviness, and you can for sure feel just this negative, bad energy that was there, and just catching everything like that on camera. And then the tools that we have, we use the Essence method, where we go under with these headphones, and with this.
You guys blind yourself, put a bandana, right?
Yeah.
Or something,
Well, in our case, we just put our heads down and we close our eyes, and they were doing an investigation inside the tunnel. I was outside the gate, outside the tunnel, and they were talking, and it was kind of matching up with what I was saying and then what they were asking, and all you hear is this like pounding on the side of the wall, and then I guess I told them to come more down the tunnel, and they're like nope, we're not doing it, and then I guess I called them stupid. And
Your friends or the
team that I investigate with, and they were just like, it was just a wild night, and then all of a sudden I don't know what happened, but they ended up running out, and I just see the lights. You know when you have your eyes closed, you can just see like lights coming out, and I seen the lights, and they're like, nope, let's go, and we our main goal too is just to push the envelope a little more. So if there is something there, let's catch it and let's see how much we can take on camera. But at the same time, we try to find that even balance of let's not get ourselves, in danger where it's like, okay, there's no turning back now.
Yeah.
So I get what you're feeling, because there's been a few locations like Zelda's Tunnel that it's like you feel like Griffith Park. Oh my God, we went to Griffith Park, and
go to the old zoo.
We went to this bench where our main goal was to get to this bench, this haunted bench, where this couple for Halloween night, this guy took his girlfriend, and that's a side story too. Like who takes a girl out to this bench, and it's a big trail too on Halloween night, and I guess they started just making out and stuff like that. A tree fell on top of them.
Holy shit!
You know who takes people out to these wild trails in the middle of the night?
Who?
IE Spooks. They go down to fucking Pasadena and watch crackheads jump fences.
Yeah.
So a tree fell on them.
A tree fell on them. This was in, I want to say, like maybe the 70s.
Bro, what the fuck? A tree falling on you? Imagine that shit.
Yeah, and yeah, they were just getting busy, and then a tree just fell on top of them. They both died there. And ever since then, the city has never taken the tree off the bench. The bench is like split in half. And we went there, we investigated, but on our way down, I had this feeling, and I was just joking around with the guy that I do IE Spooks with, Chris. I was just like, bro, what if like I like just get this thought in my head of just wanting, like, I can just like someone could just do something and then no one's gonna find out that something happened to you. But that goes with, I was actually serious because I had this thought in my head. I can like hurt this guy right now, and no one's gonna figure it out. No one's gonna find his body, and he's gonna find out and watch this. He's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this with you no more." But it was actually in my head, and it crossed my head like, I want to.
Want to see if you could get away with it.
Yeah, yeah, and so there's been murders up there too, where it's just like with Charles Manson, or you know, and his cult, and so they would take their people, their victims up there and kill them. And so I'm like, man, and this trail was a long trail. I didn't know there was another way to get into it until after. I was pretty upset about that, but yeah, like I was just thinking, like, man, you really have to walk this hike. It was like over an hour hike to get to this location, and it's like, man, a murderer is committed to do it. But coming down, I was actually thinking that I had this in my head, and in my heart was like, I want to hurt you just to see, but. Yeah, no, I ignored the feeling.
You know what? I think this podcast is over. No, but yeah, like I said, I don't know.
Manny not here.
No, but
I mean, yeah. You know, the weird thing about that is it's like, why would that feeling be? You think it's because of the couple? You think it's because of other things that's happened? Because I mean, the couple technically weren't evil. They weren't doing anything bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I've heard stories from Mr. Cabri about the different types of spirits, ghost entities, whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. You know, the free roaming ones that just do whatever. Uh-huh. Then there's repetitive ghost. Mm-hmm. He showed us a picture that he took on a stairway that's very famous in the East Coast. A lot of people still go and take the pictures, and you can still see the lady. Mm-hmm. So once a year she appears. It was supposed to be her wedding. Okay. And she was coming down the stairs on her wedding day in her dress, and halfway down the stairs she fell and she died. And I think it's the same the same day every year. Mm-hmm. You can go and you can see her. She's walking down the steps, and then halfway where she falls, she just disappears. So it's like that's the repetitive ghost, the one that didn't get to fulfill whatever they were going to. Yeah. And they got stuck there. You know what I mean? And then there's like the Casper ones where it's just apparitions that are just like very blurry, that are just like spirits. And, you know, some people say it's like dimensions crossing or whatever you want to call it and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you've ever dove into that and try to figure that out.
No, not really. We just, I don't know. I just feel like it's energy, like from the past people that have been murdered, maybe, and those serial killers that have been up there. I don't know. I feel like maybe just something got into them and their energy, and this like just walking through there, kind of, and doing our investigation. We got that energy, or I got that energy, and yeah, that was it.
You know what's another trippy thing that I don't do?
I feel looking a little like weird right now, to be honest with you. I'm not even lying to you. Like on it, like I'm being serious. I don't know if you noticed it.
Yeah, you're moving weird.
Yeah, like even your eyes, fool. Like I'm kidding. I'm not even lying. No, you're
gangbanging or what?
No, I'm serious. But anyway, go on, fool.
Fuck, I'm gonna tie myself.
Like
down.
your eyes, fool.
Really?
Yeah, fool. Like.
It's shit, fool. What's up? Nah, fool, that tripped me out earlier. That tripped me out. So I'm on the edge, but I'm cool.
Okay. He's like, I was just wondering if I can kill you guys and get away with it
on camera.
Good.
No, my daughters, they like to. There's a lot of thrift stores in Redlands and all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm. Although there's plantations on Redlands.
Yeah, well, plantation style houses, like old school, big ass houses and shit. There's a lot of oranges over there, a lot of orange orchards or whatever they're called. And so, anyways, my girls, especially the oldest, I guess she says she's into thrifting, and I'm very skeptical because when I go like to downtown Redlands, there's 2 thrift stores that have like vintage stuff, right? And then they have like a little carriola, the little old school carriolas, and I'm just like, man. Fuck that. I've seen those in scary movies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a firm believer that objects have energy attached to them from their previous life.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So I don't buy shit for that purpose. I don't buy vintage stuff because of that reason. But what do you think about that?
Have you heard of the Annabelle doll?
Mm-hmm.
perfect example there.
But that one's possessed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has a demon in it, right, or some shit.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about that. So, obviously the Annabelle, the investigators, I forgot their names. What were their names?
There's been a few.
The main characters.
They did all the movies.
Yeah, the characters.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
That couple, right?
Yeah.
So they are a real couple, and they do have like their museum over in the East Coast.
Right.
What do you think about that? Because they were technically paranormal investigators, ghost hunters, but there's been a lot of people that say like, oh, they kind of exaggerated all their stuff. Do you think they were legit? Do you think like the Annabelle thing is legit, or what do you think?
Man, they started the whole game of paranormal, just investigating. So maybe, they have, all these movies out and stuff like that, right? But possibly, maybe we don't know for sure, if they were just being dramatic about it or what. But the Annabelle doll, man, it's possessed. I hear you can't stare at it for too long, or you can't even touch it because something happens to you.
What's behind the case? I think they have it locked in the case.
Yeah, and so that's something too where I'm like, I'm kind of curious about like, can something really happen to you? I don't know. I'm just a very curious guy, I guess.
Curiosity killed the cat, bro.
Do you think that if you put all these fucking monos together and all these objects,
Yeah.
they'll either link up, or do you think
They start their own little crew and shit? Fucking Toy Story gone dark.
I'm just saying, fool, because
Chucky.
what is an entity's purpose? Especially those type of entities. Like Sinister. You talked about Sinister being one.
I don't even want to talk about the movie. That's
Okay.
one of my top 3 fucking scariest movies.
What is Sinister's goal? To collect children. So if let's say that shit's based on reality, right? Let's say Annabelle's goal is to what? Collect spirits, right? Possess and take, right? Wouldn't you think that Annabelle and Chucky, I'm just putting Chucky there because Chucky's another possessed doll, but like all these fools that are trying to collect souls, would you think they would fight each other? Because in the end, it's like they're trying to be the most powerful entity, right? So why would they link up and have their
I don't even think they want to be the most powerful entity. I think that's just their whole thing. They don't.
But that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't they beef with each other? Like
I feel like Annabelle just takes it all, because there's a story behind it, and
what is that story, bro?
It's just, I think, man, I don't know if it was something Warren. I'm trying to think of
Lorraine Warren and something Warren. The guys.
I don't know if they're the ones that had the doll, or it was like a different family. I think it was a different family, and this doll just, I think, was possessed way before this family got it, and the family just automatic stuff just started happening. But I think Annabelle is just that doll where he's like, you just don't want to mess with her. There's just something evil inside of her, and something that just death happens when you're around her, or if you try to mess with her.
Do you guys have any doll stories? I have one.
You have a doll story?
The thing is, it's not. I don't know if it's scary or not scary. So my sister had this doll that when you would squeeze it, would say "Mama, Mama," right? And I remember my parents. You know how my parents used to take off to Vegas for the weekends.
Yeah.
Like occasionally, like every 2 months, they would go to Vegas.
So you used to throw your ragers, right?
Yeah, just throw my ragers, my fucking
your cake stands,
cake stand parties and shit. No, but this was way before because I was still younger, right? We were still like in elementary, middle school.
Wait, your parents would leave you in elementary?
Wait, let me finish the story. So my parents would go to Vegas, right? And my sister had a doll that did that. So they had my aunt take care of us, okay? So we weren't alone. My aunt was taking care of us. And the doll that night was just like that whole day was like, Mama, Mama. My sister would sleep with it. And then at night, that shit wouldn't fucking shut up. Mama, Mama, Mama. So my aunt takes out the batteries and that shit was still going, Mama, Mama, Mama. Right? And then we just got tired of it. So my aunt took it outside. And you would hear it outside, Mama, Mama, but you could hear it outside, right? Because remember my room was right by where the trash were in the back, right? So
without batteries.
Without batteries. So she put it outside. And then next thing you know, like we went to sleep in the morning and the doll's next to my sister.
Mama.
Yeah, but I don't know, like my aunt said it wasn't her.
So it was inside?
Yeah, it was inside next to my sister.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So we told my mom, And my mom like put it in a box and put it outside in the garage. And, you know, my mom prayed and everything. And then on trash day, she personally fucking threw it in the trash. Because you could still hear it after, like, occasionally in the box. Mama, mom. Like,
yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
I had something similar. My sister I had only one sister. And my mom used to buy all these dolls. She started buying dolls even before my sister, before she found out she was pregnant with my sister, because she always wanted a girl. It was 3 boys first. And she would always say, cuando tengo una hija. So she had like a fucking collection of dolls, right? Different collection, different shit. But it wasn't until my sister was born where she started buying, like, she went deep into buying dolls.
Okay.
And I remember she had a big ass one, like maybe 3 foot size. And it wouldn't really bend. It was just, the legs would go forward and backwards and the hands, right? But one time that tripped me out, I used to fuck with them. I used to be like, toma, po, you know, like a boy. You'd make them fight each other and shit. Y una vez me asustaron las monas. To the point where, even to this day, I will always tell, like, if I go into a house where there's monas, I always say, hey, I'm here. I'm respecting your space. I'm not messing with you. Just don't mess with me. That's, like, literally, that's how bad it fucked me. It fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I got to tell them, like, hey, I'm respecting you. Don't get up in the fucking middle of the night. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. I won't touch you, and you won't have no problems with me. Literally, I had to say that.
That's weird. I don't know, but like I feel like, for example, I feel like the more you fear it, the more things happen to you. I don't know if you feel the same way, especially, you know, that you've kind of been skeptical about it.
We actually do the same thing when we're doing investigations. It's exactly that. But it's like towards the end of the investigation too, where it's like, you can't come home with us, you can't attach yourself to our equipment, you can't attach, you know, yourself to our cameras, nothing like that. And during the investigation, it's, hey, we're here, we're friendly, we're trying to tell a story. So if there's anything here, you know, let's communicate, and just to let them know that we come in peace. You know, if there's bad energy there, you don't want that bad energy or
It's
spirit.
just being respectful, because you are respectful.
Yeah.
You don't have to fear it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But you have to respect it, because if you don't, they're not gonna respect you.
Yeah. What do you think about mediums, spiritual mediums?
So we had a tarot card reading on our season finale. It was our first time doing it, and there's that type of stuff is kind of up in the air. There's just some easy answers you can give, and but it has its pros and cons to it. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm skeptical when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah. You know, I don't know why. It's just because my parents would also go to those mediums too, and you know, with the limpiada and stuff like that. And but I don't know. I think mostly because I was raised in church as well, you know, and I go based off of my religion and stuff like that. It's just like, I go based off just what I was taught and stuff like that. And what I was taught doesn't really add up with the paranormal, with the spirits and mediums and psychics and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Like I was the same way until we had our experience here with AJ. So I don't know what to say about that one. Remember?
Yeah.
So we had a psychic medium here. He's like one of the biggest psychic mediums.
I seen that.
Yeah. So he was able to not our last episode, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he brought up my dad. He brought up my dad's nickname for me. He brought up my half sister's name.
Okay.
He brought up how he passed. He just told me everything. He even told him a couple of things about my dad and things he was feeling towards the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like nothing on you guys' social media, or nothing like that?
I don't have social media private.
Okay.
On the show, you know, I told you my name before. On the show, I'm obviously Cisco. No last name, no nothing. People know me if they know me personally, but if I had never talked to this guy.
Okay.
I didn't even know he had a half sister.
Oh, really?
That's how bad. I was like, damn, dog, you never fucking told me that.
Yeah, he brought up that. just messages, the nickname. Like I said, it was just an experience that it was like. And then I was still trying to like figure it out, damn, this and that. People were just like, dude, just take it for what it was.
Yeah.
Like if it makes you feel any type of way, just take it for what it was.
Yeah.
Why even bother trying to explain it or trying to figure it out? Like just
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely a weird experience, and we've seen them in action too. So it's weird. We're on a live podcast with random people. So it's interesting, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. I'm 100% open to it. You know, if I can challenge it a little bit and get some positive feedback and be like, wow, then okay. You know, if Mike can convince me that there's possession.
Hey, fuck that! Don't fuck around with that.
So everybody that's a ghost hunter, paranormal investigator, they have their tools. You explained this one a little bit. You have one there that's been on, and you have another little toy right there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so this is an EMF reader. So what this does, it reads energy. So if there's energy around, like it's kind of going off a little bit right now.
That's not our energy?
No. So it can also be like these mics. It can also be cameras, these things around us. But like if I put this mic on it, it's kind of maybe going off. So what it does is it just detects energy. Gotcha. So if there's anything with us, we'll ask it like yes or no questions, and then we'll ask it, if there's anything with us, go yellow. If you're bad or good, go red. Just to kind of push it and trying to see, okay, let's see if it really works with that.
You guys want to try to push it? See what it does?
So like sometimes what I do too is during the investigation, we'll scan ourselves to see if there's anything around us. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of curious with Mike here if there's something. Let's do it. All right.
It's your break.
So can the camera still catch me if I stand up real quick?
Yeah.
If you come to me, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Switch to him, Pierre. All right, now you can switch the mic. All right.
So
You want to stand this side?
okay, cool.
There you go.
So
Holy shit.
So it could also be this. Look at that. You see? And then I go here. Let's see how it's kind of going. Kind of. Yep. Right here.
What is the shirt, fool? So you have to wear that ghost shirt.
And then, like, if you go to the mic, maybe.
Actually, when you went away from the mic, it got on.
Yeah, you see? Now it's completely dead. Now we get here. So there's some sort of energy around you.
It's crazy. Because it's not even close to the mic.
See? It's like right next to you. Oh, right there. So, and then I'll come to you. With the chills, right? So.
Yeah. Protect it, homie.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There's nothing.
Ese cucuy, güey.
It goes off on you, but nothing on him.
That's what crazy.
So let's try it. I want to try. So, well, you wanna.
Yeah, and then what this does, this is an ovulus. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this before. So what this does, it spits out words. It's almost like a dictionary. So it spits out words and will
On its own?
On its own. And we just ask it questions if it matches with what's ever going on with a location or a name, or we try to go based off the story at that location. So it spits out that name, or it gives us like a yes or no answer to whatever we're asking. And then it's
Is it on?
So
it's just gonna randomly go.
yeah, it'll spit out words. It'll spit random stuff, and let's get this going.
Let's go, puto.
Oh. So I said plate right now. It'll spit up random words right now just because it's going through its dictionary.
So how would you go about it right now? Say we're doing an investigation and we want to try to communicate or see if there's out there? What would be the process?
So drive. So
You guys always complain about driving.
nor. So like sometimes too, like if it spits out a name, we'll like ask or like what kind of thing back to okay, does this name mean something to me? Or because sometimes it'll get personal too. It'll like the couple investigations ago, it said my sister's name. And so wings, nor, and then drive.
I kind of feel like wings right now.
Like wings sounds good. So if there's anything in this building, can you let us know? Is there anyone here? Bright Slane. So the room's bright. Bank call. So I can easily be maybe with just maybe something going on in your guys' everyday life. Maybe you're dealing with a bank or something like that, or you need to make a call to a bank or something like that. So
I was gonna say I just made a lot of purchases.
Walk. So can you give us a name to someone in this room? If there's anything with us, can you give us a name?
Pierre.
Imagine. So yeah, so it'll spit out random, like we can set it here and it'll go off, and we'll just go on with our investigation, and just if it matches up with what we're doing and what the story is, then we got something. But we went to Long Beach. We investigated in Long Beach a couple weeks ago or last week, and we actually have it on our Instagram where there's a scene where I have this on me and I'm just walking down this trail because supposedly this trail is the DeForest Park in Long Beach. And this trail, supposedly at night, you get paranoid on this trail. You get like someone's watching you or someone's following you. So it was time for us to go our separate ways and do our own thing. And so I'm walking down this trail and I get that feeling of being paranoid all of a sudden. And I'm like, man. And then I'm like doing my light thing, just flashing my flashlight at something. And then I hear something. And then all of a sudden I just like, I get this feeling someone's about to come after me and jump out the bushes or something. And I'm like, nope. So as I'm turning my light though, in the corner of my eye, I see something and I start running and then I hear a voice. But I don't know if the voice was a human or all I heard was a voice and I just start booking it down the trail. And but as I'm getting down to Chris, it says devil.
Fuck that.
And that's where it stops. But it says devil, so I don't know if it was just something evil there or a human that was evil there that just freaked me out. But yeah, it's pretty accurate most of the time. It's pretty cool. And then that hasn't gone off though. The REM pod hasn't gone off yet, so that's a good thing.
I think we should put it closer to Mike. To be honest with you.
Put it closer to you.
Yeah, but put
It'll interrupt. There you go. So, see, it's not going off right now, so that's good. So if there's anything near Mike right now, can you go ahead and touch that metal part? If there's any energy around him, go ahead and touch it just to let us know that you're here, that you're next to him.
He's been here before time. Damn, man.
Yeah, before time. So interrupt, form, before time. Interrupt.
Mike interrupted the podcast. He interrupted you, dog.
That's you.
So I'm curious. Let's talk. You want to talk to the old man?
I don't.
I don't even know how to go about this.
Yeah, so I mean, it's weird for us at first. It was weird, just like trying to figure out what to do, how to deal with it. But I don't know. I don't. You said you've had experience in this building, right?
Yeah.
Like what part of the building?
My office, sometimes where I'm working here. But mostly people always experience it in the hallway.
Down here?
Yeah, where the restroom is, or coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Like coming up the stairs or going down the stairs. That's when most people.
News. Milk.
Maxima.
He's repeating everything we said. Fool, the milk and the corn. No, but I'm really curious. Like,
I'm talking to a girl in a Maxima. No, I'm just kidding.
Do we have to like? Because I heard you. Everybody that's always done this like thing, they always like say it in a weird voice. Like, "Are you here right now?" Like, like. So I don't know how to go about it. Like, I want to ask. Like,
hey, motherfucker, you here right now or what?
You can just be yourself. Do your thing. I don't know. I didn't realize I put on a voice.
It's like I've heard you before when I'm here, and I've felt you. What is the purpose that you're still here? Are you upset that we took over the building?
Gag.
Are you into that shit?
Are you happy that we're taking care of it? Is there anything that you want to say?
Sale.
Today. No on the market.
That's what the bank's for, fool.
For real?
Call the banks, sell this shit.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll leave it on, and you want to move on?
Let's move on.
So, all right. So we're not going to do no manches today.
Okay.
Let's mix it up because we talked about some funny things earlier that we were saying. You were talking about like the Annabelle and the Chucky thing.
Heard.
He heard me?
Like, yeah, he heard. Lisa. Is there any?
I need to look that up. I don't know. Maybe the owner's wife was Lisa. That would be interesting to know.
No Lisa's in your guys' life?
No Lisa's in our lives. No. Actually, that was my aunt that took care of us.
Lisa?
Lisa?
Oh, heard. Lisa. Maybe the story.
Maybe.
So what are we doing?
All right. So you brought up something and it kind of sparked what I want to do, right? So it's just totally off the wall right now.
Me tripping out spark something? What is it?
Manny, Norman. I could turn this off.
No, let's leave it on. All right. So you talked about getting all these little possessed things together. What they do, right? So let's do a little. You guys all know the kiss, marry, kill, right?
Freak. Yeah, freak.
Mike's the freak. So that's when it came out the right time. Kiss, marry, kill, right? Yeah. You guys all heard that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's switch it up a little bit. All right. Okay. So it's not gonna be kiss, marry, kill because I don't want to kiss and marry or any of those fucking things, right? Yeah. So we're a little Mexican. I think we did this. We're a little Mexican. We're a little Mexican. So we have carne asadas, right? Who would you invite to the carne asada? All right. Okay. Who would you want to kick it with? Okay. And what would be the last one? Who would you
take on to kill somebody?
All right. I'm done. Okay. Okay. Those three, right? Okay. All right. You want to go first?
No, it's yours.
Who would I invite to the carne asada? Dog, I think I don't know. That's a good one, huh? Oh, I know who. Texas Chainsaw Massacre fool.
Why? Because he'll cut on me?
Fucking put that tronco del pastor and shit. That fool just cutting it up for us, dog. I'll probably take that fool for the carne asada. Plus, he's not going to say much, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to embarrass you.
That fool's going to feed you body parts.
That's the secret. But anyways, I don't know.
Who'd you kick it with?
Who would I kick it with? Man, that's a good one, fool. I don't know. I think I want to kick it with Freddy Krueger, dick.
Why?
Just because I don't want that fool fucking haunting me, fool. I think I'd rather have that fool on my side and we fuck around with other people's fucking dreams and shit than have him fuck around with me and shit.
That's a good point.
Because fuck that shit.
That's a good point.
For sure. You know who for sure I wouldn't take to the carne asada or anywhere? La Llorona.
Why?
Because, dog, you know, we're going to have the mariachi. You're going to have some Vicente Fernandez on. We're getting emotional. She's already showing up all fucking emotional, crying.
Yeah, no.
So we can't have that shit. I can't kick it with her.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
And what was the last one? Who would I take to kill someone?
Kill somebody.
Chucky, dog.
You think Chucky's a successful killer?
Chucky, nobody's going to see it coming, fool.
You can see that little fool.
Nobody's going to see it coming. It's just be like, hey, fool, hold this shit for me real quick.
Hi, I'm Chucky.
And then you just... That's it. So, I don't know. Those are mine. What about you?
See, mine's different. So, the carne asada, I'd probably take Jason.
Why Jason?
Because he has a machete. You can slice it up. Kind of like you.
Okay.
But this fool don't feed me body parts. Fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What's his name? Leatherface. He fucking kills people and does shit with their body. So for me, it would be Jason carne asada. To go kill somebody, I'd use Freddy Krueger. Because you're definitely not going to see him. He's going to kill you in your fucking dreams.
That's a good one.
Or in your sleep. And then to kick it with, I'm probably going to say, what's a good one? I don't want to say Chucky because that's too easy. Like, I think he'd be funny. He'd say some dumb shit.
I want to switch my who would I kick it with.
But my turn.
I want to switch really bad. I know who now.
Who the heck would I kick it?
That's hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah, because you got to kick him. You got to like this fool. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say, maybe it'll influence you.
Ghostface is not an actual ghost. He's just a killer.
Yeah.
So.
I think a movie.
Oh, Dracula.
You're only kicking it at night and shit. You're getting freaky sucking blood and sucking I don't know.
I don't have to kick it with them all day.
Freak.
I don't have to kick it with them all day, fool.
Hey, that's true.
Fool, it's time to go home, dog.
So let me backpedal because I am going to switch mine.
Go for it.
Who would I kick it with? Leprechaun, dog.
Oh, hell no.
Leprechaun, fool. Fool. That fool has magical powers, dog. Right?
Yeah.
He's from the hood. He's kicked it in the hood. So he's a little hoodish, you know? And he's a lot of fun, dick.
And he's been in space.
So anyway, bro, let's throw it to you.
Man, that's a good one. Carne asada would probably be Michael Myers. I feel like, yeah, Michael Myers would be cool. Michael Myers is chilling right there, just standing in the corner while everyone's just having a good time. He's just chilling in the corner, right? And then what was the other one?
Who would you kick it with?
Oh, man. Who's out there? What's a good one?
Annabelle.
For real.
We'll kick it with Annabelle.
Nah, you don't want to mess with her. Man, who's out there that's good? There's Michael Myers, Jason.
The Exorcist.
Yeah. Is that one?
Hell no, I want to kick it with her.
You've probably seen that movie. What is the scary movie? The one where the priestess, she's like, ha.
Oh man, that's I don't know. Probably Jason. Jason is pretty cool.
He's quiet.
He's quiet. You know, you just gotta, maybe.
Jason, right?
This was just trying to load up with fucking bodyguards, food. Jason, Mike Myers, fucking tough with the hockey mask.
And you got to sometimes. And then kill.
Yeah, who would you take with you to kill?
Annabelle. I'd for sure Annabelle. I got those three behind me. We set.
You know what's crazy? I just thought about it right now. Because of Jason and Mike Myers. These motherfuckers never run after you.
No.
And they're always behind you.
They power walk.
They're always behind you.
Well, they're like 6'7", dick. It's like one big step.
Long ass legs.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's the horror movies. Everybody knows the whole thing, right? Where it's like, have you seen that commercial? I forgot. I think it's a Geico commercial. Or one of those insurance ones, right? And they show like the killer walking behind them. And then it's like a group of people and they're like, let's go, let's hide. And then there's a running car with the doors open. Let's get in the car and run.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, no, it's not insured. So let's hide behind this barn.
Let's see that one.
No, it's fucking hilarious. So it's always, it's always like that. I mean, they're always walking and they're always going to catch up and shit.
Fuck that. You ready to close it out?
Yeah, ready to close it out.
Okay.
I didn't tell you this part, bro, but we have a segment at the end of the show where it's called Words of Wisdom.
Okay.
You could tie it into whatever you want, paranormal or whatever. It's just something that you're telling the audience that you live by or that you apply to your investigations or whatever it is.
That's a good one. I would just say, just because it kind of relates to what I said earlier, kind of like with the whole support system. Just if it goes with anything, right, in life, you always have to have a great support system, and then also just and if you even if you don't have it, that doesn't mean that just because your support system doesn't support you, or you don't have that much support, they don't see your dream, they don't see your goal, and just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually they'll see it. And so I feel like with IE Spooks, no one, just the team, sees what we're trying to do and the vision. And the whole goal for IE Spooks is to become a big paranormal team and coming out of the IE, and coming out of California. So that's the vision for IE Spooks. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, and you're like, man, I don't have the support, that's because they don't see it, what you're seeing. So just keep going and keep doing what you're doing, as long as you're doing the right stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Couldn't I say it better?
Yep.
I mean, we all struggle with that shit, Sometimes we feel alone when we're doing things. It's just natural.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even us when we started the podcast, we felt like nobody was really going to take us serious and nobody was really supporting, I guess, besides a couple of friends. But
it's not even that. Sometimes what you're seeing, like I've gotten excited about stuff, but I'll call him, and sometimes he's maybe not understanding it at that point. That doesn't mean he might not support me. It's just you seeing your vision. So as long as you know that you can make it work or happen, just go fucking do it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if he doesn't see it. Like you said, eventually it'll click once you put it into play. But
yeah, people will eventually be like, oh, okay, that's it. That's what, and then you'll start getting phone calls, text messages like, hey, what's going on?
Yep.
And it's just, it's because you continue doing what you were doing. Those habits were right. And it's eventually going to show up as long as you're doing the right stuff every day and being consistent. Got to be consistent. So,
where can everybody find you, bro?
So we're on Instagram at IE Spooks, also TikTok, IE Spooks. And then you can go ahead, follow our YouTube channel, same thing, IE Spooks. And we have our theme with Spooky Fridays. So we drop an episode on Spooky Fridays at 9 p.m. And we have an episode coming up October 11th. And then we have our season finale on October 25th. So just keep a lookout for that.
Nice. So we'll definitely be looking forward to that. I want to see what happened over there. And I don't know, Mike, I'm pretty down. Next time you do an investigation,
let's do it.
Let us know, bro. I've been wanting to do it. I don't know about Mike now, but I think that would be pretty interesting to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down as long as, nothing fucking attaches to myself. Cause
actually, are you doing anything anytime soon? I think it would make a great promo.
Well, we'll figure something out. Maybe, maybe we'll definitely work on something to get you guys in, and maybe something indoors. So you guys don't have to get down and dirty.
Whatever works.
Oh, fuck that! I'm running. I may be big, bro, but when it comes to that, I'll beat you guys in the run.
There's just saying you don't need to be faster than a bear.
It's gotta be faster than you.
You just gotta be faster than your slowest friend.
Oh, fool! When it comes to goals, fool, I'm out. Peace out.
Yeah. You're like, here, bah.
Hey, bro, but we want to thank you, for coming on, sharing some of the things you do, bringing your toys and experiencing this weird situation.
Paranormal toys.
Yeah, paranormal toys.
Paranormal toys. And experiencing what you experienced with Mike. But yeah, bro, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you guys for inviting us over and doing this podcast. We appreciate you.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Mike?
Hey guys, happy Halloween. Fucking, it's my favorite month, even though you guys saw me trip out and shit. I was doing this. I don't get what? They call me lefty because I don't get right. Anyways, peace out, guys.
Hey, peace out.
Later.